take a look at this from Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, if you're listening from somewhere other than Canada and you didn't know that. Let's hear.
Mr. Speaker, the fanatical rhetoric of that extremist minister won't change anything. The reality is that nor will his carbon tax change the weather. His carbon tax is not going to eliminate a single forest fire, a single drought, a single heat wave. All it will do is turn up the heat on Canadian taxpayers. Now we know that there are 8.
I just want to go back to this.
Mr. Speaker, the fanatical rhetoric of that extremist minister won't change anything. The reality is that nor will his carbon tax change the weather. His carbon tax is not going to eliminate a single forest fire, a single.
I mean, it almost sounds trite, doesn't it? The carbon tax is not going to change the weather or eliminate a single forest fire. It sounds trite, like, oh, we must be misrepresenting them. No, this is literally what the Liberals are saying. If you don't pay enough carbon taxes, there'll be more fires and the weather will be worse. There'll be more global warming if you don't pay the carbon tax. That's literally what they're saying. The whole of Canada will just spontaneously combust. So, I mean, sometimes you just have to step back and just remind yourself, no, I mean, the Liberals, they actually mean this stuff when they say it. But let's continue.
Drought, a single heat wave. All it will do is turn up the heat on Canadian taxpayers. Now we know that their 8 and 10 talking point does not include a $25 billion hit to the economy, which works out to almost $2,000 in lost wages and higher prices for families. Again, if they've been hiding this, what else are they hiding about their other tax hikes?
Well, the 8 and 10 talking point is they say that 8 and 10 Canadians get more back from the carbon tax than they put in, which is total bullshit because they neglect to mention that the carbon tax causes quite a lot of inflation because if you're looking at food, domestically produced food, for instance, that carbon tax applies at every step along the way of production. So at the farm, they have to pay the carbon tax. So transportation to the processing. So from the farm, carbon tax, processing, carbon tax, transportation to the processing, carbon tax, transportation to packaging, carbon tax, packaging, carbon tax, transportation to the grocery store, carbon tax. You going to the grocery store, carbon tax. They don't mention all of that and all the other millions of ways that it makes everything more expensive. And then now it turns out that they've left out a major detail here. Let's watch that again.
Talking point does not include a $25 billion hit to the economy, which works out to almost $2,000 in lost wages and higher prices for families. Again, if they've been hiding this, what else are they hiding about their other tax hikes?
Everything. They just either lie or lie by omission about everything. We know this now. The guy's been around, Trudeau's been around since 2015. So we know this. If he's saying something, if any of his ministers are saying anything, you just have to assume they're lying at this point. That's just the safest thing. To protect yourself, you just have to assume that they're lying or they're leaving something major out. And I know that is politics. That's a large part of politics in general, but it's not supposed to be like a principle, like first principle of a party. It's just, we just lie about everything. Always remember that. You know, like a new MP, do you have any advice? Lie about everything. It's not supposed to be quite like that. We all expect some triangulations or exaggerations from politicians. We all expect that. We all know that's going to happen. But we don't expect them to just lie about literally everything all the time. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.